Born on Sunday, February 17, 1963, Michael Jordan grew up in Wilmington, North Carolina, and tried out for the varsity team as a sophomore. At age 15, Michael Jordan was a skinny 5'10" boy and not as skilled as he needed to be for a spot on the varsity, so he was rejected while his best friend, Leroy Smith, who was a whopping 6'7" tall, made the team. After this bitter rejection, Michael Jordan went home, locked himself in his room, and cried. Then he promised himself to prove himself as a great basketball player. When he was tired while working out, Michael reminded himself of that rejection. Today, Michael Jordan is recognized as one of the greatest basketball players of all time simply because he kept on working towards his live dream despite rejections and obstacles. You see, Barack Obama said, "If you're walking down the right path and you're willing to keep walking, eventually you'll make progress." If you're trying to achieve a goal and you wake up each day to do something about it, eventually you'll make progress. It doesn't matter how many obstacles on your way. If you keep walking, you'll make progress. It doesn't matter what other people say to discourage you. If you keep trying, you'll make meaningful progress. The problem with so many young people is that everyone wants the success to come to them easily. Too many young people feel entitled when they try something without success. They look for who to blame. If you're walking down the right path and you're willing to keep walking, eventually you'll make progress. Alvin Ailey was born on January 5, 1931, in Rogers, Texas, at the height of the Great Depression in a violent, racist, and segregated South. During his youth, Ailey was barred from interacting with mainstream society. When he was just 3 years old, Ailey was abandoned by his father. Due to poverty, Alvin Ailey and his mother were forced to work in cotton field and as domestics in white homes, the only employment available to them. As an escape, Ailey found refuge in the church, sneaking out at night to watch adults dance, and in writing a journal, a practice that he maintained his entire life. Ailey spent all his childhood moving from town to town, as his mother sought employment and being abandoned by relatives whenever she took off on her own. When he was 5 years old, Ailey watched helplessly as his mother got raped at the hands of a white man. Life was horrible for Alvin Ailey, but he had set his mind on a goal, and that was to become a great dancer. This he wouldn't look back until he achieved. Against every obstacle, Alvin Ailey became a successful dancer, director, choreographer, and activist. In 1958, Alvin Ailey formed his own company in New York after realizing that racism prevented him from being accepted into an established company. At the age of 29, Alvin Ailey choreographed Revelations, which was set to spirituals and is one of the most performed ballets of the 20th century. He created more than 100 dances, some of which became very popular. Through his dance theater, Alvin Ailey popularized modern dance throughout the world, and many of his international tours were sponsored by the US State Department. If you're walking down the right path and you're willing to keep walking, eventually you'll make progress. If you're walking down the right path and you're willing to keep on walking, one day you'll have massive success. The most important thing in life is keep on walking. When everything seems to be moving against you, keep on walking. When you're rejected by other people, keep on walking. When your goal seems unachievable due to several roadblocks, keep on walking. Winston Churchill said, "Success is the ability to go from one failure to another with no loss of enthusiasm. Keep on walking." Aisha Tyler said, "Success is not the absence of failure. It is the persistence through failure. Keep on walking." Benjamin Franklin said, "Energy and persistence conquer all things. Keep on walking." Michael Jordan conquered bitter rejections to become one of the greatest athletes in the world just because he kept on working towards his dream. Alvin Ailey overcame unbelievable poverty and racism just because he kept on walking towards his dream. Some of you watching this video have failed multiple times in your attempt to create your dream life. Some of you have failed in your attempt to build a business. Some of you have failed in your attempt to have a good home or relationship with others. The simple solution to all life's problems is keep on walking, because success is impossible when you stop walking. If you're walking down the right path and you're willing to keep walking, eventually you'll make progress.